Hello gentlemen, today I'm going to break down 5 separate tips that you might not know about that can definitely help you guys win more games. Now, I'm not going to waste any time, let's go ahead and get right into it. Tip number 1 is going to be utilizing the squib kick during kickoffs. And this is something you guys have probably seen already, but some of you might not know how to do it, which is kind of why I'm showing it. But using the regular kickoff just like this is not good this year. You're going to have so many kicks returned back on you, especially in MUT, where you don't have enough kick power from your kicker to actually just boot it through the back of the end zone. As you can see, look at this. Like, there was a huge hole for that guy to return that. So what you're going to do for the squib kick is you're just going to hit LB, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hit A or X to start the kick meter, and then spam it at the top like this. And then it's going to go right into the perfect spot, and it's going to be really hard to return, and oftentimes they'll just kind of bump into each other. And as you can see, he only got to the 20-yard line. I'll do it again just to show you it's consistent. Spam it right there. And this is going to be really annoying to your opponents. They can't really get kickoff returns. Like, it can happen very rarely, but this will happen a lot where they just kind of all run into each other. And now he has to start his drive on the 10-yard line. For tip number 2, we're going to be talking about what you should be doing when you get towards the goal line. So more specifically, the 1-yard line. That's when you're kind of thinking quarterback sneak. That's always something that comes to mind because it's kind of guaranteed in a way. However, this year, I would say it's not that good. In a lot of cases, you're only going to gain like half a yard, and it's kind of a gamble. So like in a lot of cases, you're not going to gain anything. If they have kind of a labbed up defense where they kind of pinch their defensive line and then hover a user in the gap, sometimes you'll even just get blown up, and it's not great. Like, I don't think the quarterback sneak's very good. So what we're going to be doing is talking about fullback dive, which is my favorite. It's a little risky, but at the same time, it's way more guaranteed. And the way you're going to do it is you're going to snap the ball, hold RT, and then you're going to go ahead and hold extra square to do the dolphin dive. And this is going to take you into the end zone pretty much every single time. As you can see, we get the crazy jump, and we're in by a lot. And there's really not much they can do about it. I held Y instead. My bad. Do it again. Extra square. And sometimes something like that might happen. That's why I say it's risky. Yes, it's possible to fumble. Overall, I would say it's pretty rare. And just like that. For tip number 3, we're going to be talking about ball carrier moves, which ones you should be using, which ones you should avoid. And really, there's only 2. And many of you who are watching know exactly what 2 I'm talking about because it's pretty much what everybody uses. But this is for people who are new to the game. And the 2 moves are going to be the Jurtle, which is this, and the Juke, which I'm sure many of you who watch football know exactly what a Juke is. And the way you're going to do those, and the use case for each, is the Jurtle is going to be, well, I recommend holding RT to continue your sprint, left stick in the direction you want to Jurtle, and then wire triangle to get upfield. And this is a really good one for changing direction quickly. It's going to make the user miss a lot because his angle is going to be messed up. Even computer angles are going to be messed up by this. And you just hit gaps and change directions so quickly with the Jurtle. And it's the best move in the game. That's why I don't recommend using conservative, because it takes the Jurtle away from you. And it's way too good to not have. So one more time, hold RT, left stick in the direction you want to Jurtle, wire triangle, get you upfield. And I'm in offense only on practice mode if you guys want to go kind of get the feel for it yourselves. And then the other one is the Juke. And this one is very quick and sudden. This is another one you want to be spamming, comboing with the Jurtle, not like that. I ran out of stamina, that's why he's just jumping like that. I'll go ahead and combo them real quick for you. And use the right stick to Juke. So like right stick left, right stick right stick left. Jurtle like that. And that's kind of how you want to be moving with your ball carrier to gain consistent yardage, bust bigger runs, make your opponent look stupid. As you can see, those are very quick and sudden. And then for the moves you don't want to be using, like the spin move, if you look at it, it's not very good. It's very slow, sluggish. You're not really getting any kind of speed burst coming out of it. Change of direction isn't very good. And overall, you're just not going to be making anybody miss with that. So go ahead and use the Jurtle and the juke, and you guys will definitely start ripping off bigger runs. Before I get into tip number 4, make sure to join our Discord channel. You can find the link to it in the description or the comment section. If you guys ever have any questions, you can ask me or other really smart Madden players that are in the server. And if you just need anybody to play and you just want to be part of a community, it's a great place to be. So make sure to join that comment section as well as the description. Let's get right back into it. Tip number 4 is going to be a little bit controversial. It's something that I don't personally like. A lot of people don't like it either. It kind of ruins some of the fun of the game. And that's quick snapping and no huddling. I have to mention it though because it's probably the most effective way to move the ball in the game. It's really kind of too easy. And a lot of people do it out of gun bunch or like trips or something. Really, you just need a play where you only need like one adjustment, like one hot route, and then you snap the ball. And I'm going to kind of just demonstrate it as I talk. So I'll go ahead and just put like RB on a drag. I talked about double post yesterday. This is a really good quick snap play. So like right here, get it to him, hold wire triangle, get to the line, call your next play. We'll do like, I don't know, verts. Verts is really good as a quick snap play. And as you can see, just like that, no huddle again. We pretty much teleport to the line. And, you know, they just can't make adjustments in time. Like, it's really, really hard to stop this. Even for advanced players, we're all struggling to combat this. And overall, it's probably the most effective way to play offense in this game. As kind of boring as it is and how much it kind of ruins the game, the more people that do this, the faster EA is going to address it. And that's kind of how I see it. And for the final tip, we're going to be discussing curl flats versus cloud flats. We'll also mention hard flats as well, and kind of the differences between all three of them and which one's the best, which one you should be using. And these are going to be stock flats. Like, we're not going to talk about zone drops because they all kind of behave the same in a way. Kind of depends on where it's coming from on the field. But overall, there's a big difference between like a curl flat and a cloud flat, you know, coming from like the slot cornerback, for instance. So I'm going to snap the play. This is going to be a really good play at demonstrating, you know, what these curl flats are doing and where they're weak. And they're kind of opposites in a sense. Like, for instance, these curl flats, and this isn't just Madden 24, this is kind of like every Madden, but I will say there's a clear winner in regards to which flat is actually best in this year's game. But if you look at the curl flats and the slots, they're going to disrupt these receivers and then go to the curl flats. And that's really good at, you know, defending curls, but they're not going to actually defend the flats very well. Because if you look at these two deep out routes, they're both wide open because our flat zones are curl flats, and that's not really their job to get out there and defend those. But what they're really good at is if you're playing a cover 3, they're going to jam these receivers and prevent seam streaks from just completely destroying you. So if your opponent's using 4 verticals, for instance, and he's spamming that, you know, you might want to use curl flats, or you might want to man somebody up to one of the seams and use the other. It's up to you. But I just wanted to show you what curl flats are doing in this case, which is disrupting and then going to the curl flats. Okay. And then for cloud flats, to get that, all I'm going to do is shade down. So Y or triangle, shade underneath. We have hard flats now. Y or triangle, right stick up to shade over the top. We now have cloud flats. And now what you're going to see is these cloud flats are going to get out and defend these out routes. So now these guys aren't pressing on the slots at all. And they're actually getting out to the flats to defend this kind of thing. But at the same time, if you look at these slots, they are running free into the seams. So there's a little give and take here. I will say, in my opinion, cloud flats are a lot better than curl flats because you're not going to have to deal with seam streaks too much. And if you are, you can simply man them up. You really want your flat zones to defend the flats. And cloud flats are going to do a much better job at that. And I'm talking about, again, stock cloud flats, not zone dropped ones. And zone dropped cloud flats are also really, really good. But yeah, I just wanted to demonstrate the difference between the two and which one you should be using most of the time. So yeah, that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please drop a like if you did. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to join Noti Gang. You guys will never miss one of my future uploads. All of them are aimed at making you a better Madden player. And if you guys need additional help, make sure to go to acemadden.com, become a member. You'll gain access to our detailed schemes that will definitely help you guys win more games. I'll see you guys tomorrow.